Hello everybody, it's me Pira. Today I have a unfortunate video, because if you haven't seen the title of the video, and you probably are wondering where the slime trackers are, I still have them. I am collecting VR stuff, but they're not broken or anything. I'm actually quite upset with them. I had many days to try and get them to work properly, and I did. I did get them to work properly finally, but the end result is not worth it in the end, and honestly, I found it less immersive than... and it looked kind of dumb in VR chat. The reason why it took me so many days to make this video now is because I kept trying, and I kept trying to like them, and I like Slime VR, and I like what they're doing, and I respect what they're doing. I think what they're doing is fantastic, and I want them to keep up the good work, but I can't recommend them. I can't remember exactly when they started making slime. I think it was like 2017 or 2018 is when they started making slime VR full body trackers, or at least started working on them. In my opinion, the software is bad. It also has a very annoying sound effect to it every time you want to reset the trackers. The reason why I'm not showing you any video evidence is actually because I scrapped all the videos. Yes, I had 5 videos trying my best to get the Slime VR full body trackers to work at their best, but I could not do it. And I know some of you might come in the comments and ask me if I need help with them. Unfortunately, I think I'm just going to skip out. I am sorry. I don't want to put the effort in to make these trackers work, especially now that I have base stations. I think I'm going to go with full body tracking with base stations. So you will not see me using the Slime VR full body trackers in VR chat. I am sorry if you were looking forward to seeing me using full body. The only thing I think the Slime VR full body trackers are good for is semi-dancing. I mean, like slight dancing and walking. And maybe kicking your legs out a little bit. But if you want to know what set I had the 5 tracker set, the lower body set, because I didn't want to do anything with the upper body, but you have to have one on your chest and the rest on your legs so you don't have much hip movement. So I recommend more the 5+1 kit, which I think most people have. I noticed people prefer to get the 5+1, so 6 trackers, the 6 tracker kit. I wonder if that's because it tracks better, because I noticed the 5 kit I cannot recommend, period. I cannot recommend the kit. It's not great. I still kept the Slime VR software, I just don't have it installed anymore. But I noticed a trick that Slime VR uses, and you could use, I'll get to that in a second. I want to talk about Slime VR. I am disappointed with it. It's not what I expected. They had a lot of time to work on the software, and it's still not the best. They recommend you manually do your height and stuff, but I disagree heavily with Slime VR there, because when I used automatic, it actually did it better than the manual. Using automatic, so basically what I'm trying to say is, it detects your full body as what it is. So, it got my height right. It actually got my proportions right, too, when I used automatic. But manual would never get my shit right. But where I did need to use manual is where the mounting was on my legs. That I had to select manually because I noticed automatic didn't work very well with those. But automatic for your height and your proportions work just fine, even though they recommend against it. I actually recommend you do that if you're sticking with Slime VR. I recommend Slime VR only to the best VR enthusiasts. I mean the best, because I'm a VR enthusiast and I know my VR stuff and I know how to set up VR stuff. But Slime VR is a completely different monster, and it is really hard to wrap your head around, and I will never go back to Slime VR. I am so sorry, my experience has been ruined. Especially the wait time is way too long, and what you get at the end of the day, it's definitely made to do what it's supposed to do. They did say that it's going to be off a little bit, so it's not going to be as accurate as like Vive trackers. But I didn't know how like inaccurate it really was going to be. I'll show you an example since I don't have video proof anymore because I deleted all of it. When you relax your leg like this, your leg is here in real life. In VR, it's over here. And I don't know why. So it's like trying to wrap around your body like a snake tail. It looks unnatural. So the way you have to sit with Slime VR is only like this. You can only sit like this. And I've seen VR people on YouTube make it look so fucking easy. It's not easy. I think a lot of people on YouTube are doing it to support Slime VR, and I respect it. I support Slime VR still. I just don't support them as much as I would used to now because it's not as good as what they made it out to be. Especially for the average person. So if you're looking for full body tracking and you want it for cheap, I can't recommend it at all to people that are not tech savvy. Especially if you're not a VR enthusiast and you don't know what you're doing and how to set up VR stuff properly. Do not get Slime VR. It'll give you a headache. It's far more worth it to spend the astronomical amount of money to buy full body tracking. As much as I hate to say that, I actually do think Vive trackers and base stations are more worth it if you have the money to shell out for it. Slime VR, even if you have the money for Slime VR but not money for Vive trackers, I still can't recommend Slime VR. Again though, I do recommend it to VR enthusiasts, especially ones that are better than me at VR stuff. Because this is way out of my league. I know my VR stuff, but Slime VR, like I said, it's like a whole nother beast. It's like installing Linux for the first time. It's a whole nother beast. It's not easy. It's very difficult. It's not fun. The setup is not fun. It's just not fun. And my camera keeps blurring out. I'm sorry. I can never fix that. I don't know why it tends to get blurry. It's probably because I wave my hands too much. So, I hate to say it. It kind of looks janky in VR chat, especially. Again, it's not fun to use. And when I would kick my legs out, is it shin? My shin. Like, if I kick my leg out like this, it would be bent either this way a little bit more or bent this way a little bit more. And I made sure, and I moved these trackers around and reset them and reset the mounting. I reset it so many times. And when I finally actually got it right, in the end it wasn't even worth it. It feels janky. It doesn't feel good to use, and I did not have fun using them. I am sorry for those who have Slime VR and are actually having a good time with it. That's good for you. I am proud and happy that you're able to get these to work, but I can't recommend them. Will I ever use them on the channel again? The only part I can recommend on Slime VR is if they sold single trackers, because the chest tracker was nice, but that's it. The rest of the body was too janky and didn't work out very well. And I swear I did it right. Like, I followed Slime VR. Oh, and Slime VR is not specific at all in their instructions. When you assume thigh tracker, right? I had my thigh tracker up here at first. Same with here. No, every YouTuber is telling you to put it above the knee. Here. And I absolutely fucking lost it because I spent hours trying to figure out why it wasn't working up here very well and why my leg felt longer than it needed to be. It's because they're supposed to be fucking here. But it doesn't tell you that. It doesn't. I watched their video. I mean, sure, the guy did kind of show that it was down more like here, but I just assumed it was anywhere on the thigh. But no, it needs to be above the knee to track the best, and it did track better. I will give it that. And as for my ankle, I was actually doing the ankle right here on the side. I was doing it on the side. And the ankle trackers I had the most struggle with. But I did notice a benefit using the Slime VR software. Don't use it for Slime VR trackers. As stupid as that sounds. If you have a Bluetooth connection for your controllers, you can, in theory, without needing to change the Vive wands into full body trackers, you could just turn those on, open the Slime VR full body tracker app, and just put the Vive wands on your legs and use those as full body tracking. I noticed you could do that. You can move the controllers to a part of your body if you want with the Slime VR app, which blew my mind. I was like, yo, that's actually kind of cool. So technically, in theory, you could take your Quest 2 with another VR headset, put it on like a belt, and then grab your Quest 2 controllers and put them here on your feet. You could do it with the G2 as well. And I was thinking, like, maybe I'll do something like that for full body tracking with the Slime VR app, because I don't know if that's how that works, but at least with the controllers, it was kind of working that way. It was kind of cool. Alexa, stop. Sorry, that was one of my alarms. So that's a benefit of having the Slime VR software, but then at that point, it throws the Slime VR full body trackers out the window, because, like, their build quality is good. If you saw my unboxing video, I like the build quality. I like the quality of it for the price you pay for them. The quality is decent, and it's good enough, and I liked that. And they looked cool, too. But I think they need a camera, or make them base station compatible, because they don't work as well as they advertise. At least for the average consumer, it's not going to work as well as they would like it to. So if you're just an average Joe in VR, don't get these. Don't. I can't recommend them. As for tech-savvy people or VR people in general that are like VR enthusiasts, yes, I can recommend it. Because it's a nice to have. And especially if you're collecting VR stuff like me, it's a nice collectible. It's nice to have as the collection in your VR setup. Right now, they're just sitting in my Coca-Cola bucket up there, because I don't think I'm ever going to use them again. The tracking was smooth, though. I'll give them that. The tracking was smooth. It felt smooth. But it was so far off, and movements were not great. And also, when you reset it, if you are accidentally bent to... Oh my god, I have to explain this one. This would piss me off the most, because I had to reset it so many fucking times. It's not a 3-tap. As much as they say it's a 3-tap. You can move the tracker by accident ever so slightly, and you go to move it back, it takes that as a tap. And then if you're in a different pose, it fucks up your entire skeleton for the full body tracker. And when you tap it 3 times to reset it again, it won't reset, and then it will be stuck in that pose. And then you have to go to the app and reset it. Either go through the Steam menu to reset it through the virtual desktop, or go to your computer, reset it, because it is bad. And the amount of times I had to reset it also ruined the experience for me, because I don't know if you could turn off the sound effect that plays to tell you when it's reset, but the sound effect is so annoying. It just is. It makes like a magic wand sound effect, and then a meow at the end of it. It is very annoying, because that's the sound that plays every time you want to reset a tracker. It's not fun. It's not great. I hate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the tough criticism. I love the stickers, though. The stickers were really nice. Those were a really nice touch. But again, I don't think I'm ever going to use Slime VR ever again. I am so sorry. My experience has been just cooked. If you guys do make it better, let me know. If Slime VR, you're watching this, let me know in the comments below if you're working on some fixes, making it better, more user-friendly, and then maybe I'll check it out again. Maybe. I'll have to think about it, but for now, I can't go back to them. I'm done. I took too many days, 4 days and an all-nighter, I tried to get these properly, and I finally did, and then it got all messed up again, and then it didn't work anymore, and then too many problems to want, too many problems that are keeping me from wanting to use them again. I'm sorry. So, if you're a Quest 2 owner or Quest 3 owner, I bet it works better with a Quest, because I noticed that they always use it with Quest headsets. So, maybe it's made for Quest and not really PC much. I don't know. Even though it was made with PC in mind first, but I'm sure maybe it works better with Quest standalone, or maybe hooked up to a PC. It just works with Quest better, maybe. But I don't know. So yeah, that's my review on Slime VR. It's not a good one. Again, I don't recommend it, so I'm so sorry. It's too hard to recommend. And I looked up to them so much, and I was one of the supporters. Like, I recommend them hard to all my friends and everything. I recommended it to everybody, but I watched videos and people seem happy with it. People are able to dance and do cartwheels with them, but I fucking can't seem to get it right. So, I give up. I don't want any help with it. I'm sorry. Usually I do accept help with these things, but this one is just too complicated. I feel like I'll bother the entire community if they try and help me, because I'm complicated to help with things, because the way I learn things, it takes me a long time to understand and click on things and stuff. So, I'm complicated to teach. So, please don't waste your time on me. Slime VR guys out there, you guys do what you're doing. You guys are doing a good job. If it seems like you guys are doing a good job with them, but for me, it's not for me, and I don't think it's for a lot of other people. Yeah, I'm sorry. Again, I can't recommend it, but I wish Slime VR luck. This will be the last time I talk about them on the channel. Possibly. Depends. Like I said, I might test them again if they tell me anything new, if something new happens, but I give up. I'm sorry. This was Pyrrha. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any more of my content. Sorry for the harsh review, Slime VR, and sorry to every Slime VR person out there that enjoys Slime VR. I don't mean to shit on it, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to shit on it. It's just, it's a hard product to recommend. I just don't think it's ready. Yeah. Anyway, this is Pyrrha. Stay cool and stay the fuck out of my fridge, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.